For the majority of people, they subsist from one salary to another. On a monthly basis, they spend their entire salary, and their expenses are so precisely adjusted that losing their source of income would be catastrophic. They are just one paycheck away from bankruptcy. However, they apparently show no concern in this regard, or do they show any interest in altering their situation. If by some chance of fate, generally independent of good financial management, their financial situation begins to improve, they suddenly feel the need to change cars, indulge themselves, travel more, among others. They have not the slightest intention of reducing their standard of living, nor do they consider the idea of depriving themselves of anything. In the face of any constructive criticism or attempt to help them understand the dangerous nature of their precarious situation, they react by defending themselves with arguments such as, "Money is made to be spent. I don't aspire to be the wealthiest in the graveyard. If someone can afford it, why should I be left behind? If I don't enjoy my money now that I have the chance, will I? When will I do it? If I can pay it in installments, I will hardly notice it. If I change my mind, I can always return it. I don't worry about the cost of things. If I like something, I just buy it. When was the last time I treated myself?" and so on. In this life, everything revolves around priorities, and each person is free to choose what brings them happiness. However, choosing means discarding one thing to keep another. Do we really understand what we are giving up when we choose to live day to day instead of saving? Let's examine it. In essence, there are 4 fundamental reasons why you should already be saving. 1. For security. 2. For a greater reward. 3. To put your money to work for you. 4. Social, moral, and environmental issues. Next, we will proceed to explain each of these aspects. 1. Save to guarantee security. It is likely that at some point you have been aware of Maslow's pyramid, a model designed to prioritize human needs according to their level of meaning. In this context, security needs are placed in the second step in terms of importance, being surpassed only by elementary physiological needs. Show this picture during the first explanation. It is a general consensus that ensuring tomorrow's livelihood, having a shelter where we feel protected, an adequate retirement, and the ability to face unforeseen events are fundamental needs for any individual. Guaranteeing these needs inevitably involves the action of saving for the future. Therefore, it could be stated that, without savings, we are not assured of our basic needs. How to achieve this? Through discipline, foresight, and organization. Create an emergency fund. This is a sum of money intended only for extremely urgent situations. This could include loss of employment, damage to your work tool, or a sudden illness. How much should we allocate to this fund? This will vary depending on our current situation, our ability to save, and our future aspirations. While starting with 3 months' worth of expenses might be a starting point, the goal is to expand this fund over time. Place this money in an account that offers high interest and full availability. Diversify your sources of income. Commonly, people rely exclusively on income from a single job, and there is no need to emphasize how risky this can be. Diversifying in terms of clients, ventures, or investments is essential to live with peace of mind and overcome the fluctuations that life will surely bring us. Insurance. Insurance policies are an effective tool to cover highly improbable events that, if they occur, could ruin us financially. For example, civil liability insurance for our vehicle is essential, and in many cases mandatory. Regarding insurance designed to cover more probable contingencies, having a solid emergency fund results in obvious savings in the medium and long term. Retirement. Have you ever observed a demographic pyramid? It's actually quite worrying. In the near future, there will be one retiree for every active worker, and it doesn't take a genius to understand how unsustainable this will be for the pension system. It is not wise to rely solely on Social Security or believe that the state will guarantee a decent retirement. This is mathematically infeasible and, therefore, it is your responsibility to start planning and saving for your retirement now. Someone is enjoying the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. 2. Saving for bigger rewards. Starting a business, embarking on a special trip, having a home, starting a family, planning for retirement. Life is full of stages and challenges. Looking for a reason to save? Choose yours. Take a moment to visualize where you would like to be in a few years. Set short, medium and long-term goals, and then design your action plan to achieve them. Calculate when you aspire to achieve them and how much you need to save each month to make it a reality. Some personal finance experts suggest writing it down on paper or placing an image of what we want to achieve in a visible place, to keep our attention on the goal. If necessary, find ways to keep your motivation high. I would also include in this group those things that you still don't know you want, either because they don't exist yet or because you don't know about them. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunities will depend on what you have done before, and you will be able to take advantage of them or regret them for the rest of your days. Congratulations! Now you have a goal. From this moment on, each act of saving should not be seen as a renunciation, but as a positive choice that brings you closer to your goal. He who does not save when he can, does not spend when he wants. 3. Save so that your money works for you. With money, there are only two options: spend it or invest it. Saving is nothing more than postponing action for a while. But how exactly can I make my money work for me? We could define investment as the return that involves a certain degree of risk. Is there anything more risky than putting all your hopes on a single source of income and depending solely on your job? However, that's what many people do. What about just keeping the money under the mattress or in a bank account? That will only allow inflation to erode the savings you worked so hard to accumulate. So what can I invest in? You will be questioning yourself. In this book I have already mentioned two investment options: a high-yield, fully liquid account for our emergency fund, and a low-fee ETF that tracks a stock index for long-term savings. But what other options exist? We can categorize the various investment opportunities into four groups: business, acquisition, sale and management of own businesses or franchises; real estate, purchase, sale and rental of homes, parking lots, commercial premises, warehouses and land; intellectual property, explore the commercialization of intangible assets such as inventions, music, books, software, among others; financial market, participate in the purchase and sale of shares, futures, public debt, investment funds and bank deposits. At this stage, it is crucial to identify what type of investment fits your profile, in which areas you have deeper knowledge or in which you can add value. Evaluate the level of risk you are willing to take, diversify your investments and put your money to work. This is certainly not suitable for everyone. If you do not feel prepared or lack the necessary knowledge, it is best to postpone it for the moment and continue educating yourself. The idea is to invest, not risk your money without foundation. Never rely on just one income. Make an investment to create a second source of income. Warren Buffett. 4. Ethical, moral and environmental aspects. When a large number of customers do not consider changing banks despite the exorbitant fees they are charged, even though there is an equally valid alternative that does not charge these fees, what we are communicating is that we are willing to pay those fees in order to avoid the hassle of changing entities. This, in turn, prevents banks from considering reducing these fees. On the contrary, they could increase them. This pattern is repeated in relation to any product or service. As consumers, we have the power, and one might say even the moral obligation, to seek the best relationship between quality and price. This is how we force companies to compete, to be more efficient, to listen to and satisfy customer demands, and to replace old models with new future-oriented proposals. Your choices influence the formation of prices. And all this has a positive impact on both consumers and companies. Businesses that deserve it are rewarded and encouraged to punish or encourage the evolution of others. Searching for the best relationship between quality and price not only benefits you, but the entire society. Next come ethical and environmental considerations, although these are at the discretion of each individual. And that is why the importance of saving is important, and also in this way we would be reaching the end of the video. Remember to leave your thumb up to support our project as well as subscribe. Leave me in the comments, what do you think about this topic? Do you think saving is important? We will be happy to read it. Thank you very much in advance for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.